Hey guys, Whitney here. Just wanted to jump into your feed real quick to talk about something that I'm having a lot of conversations with folks about lately: multiple revenue streams. So Chris and I get asked quite frequently how it is that we're able to do the life that we do. We're digital nomads, we don't have a home base, we are not linked to any one company, we have a lot of different partnerships and align with a lot of different entities, and a lot of you are curious about how we did that, how we got started doing that, and why we do that. So I thought I'd jump in real quick just to give you a quick synopsis of why we feel it is so important for you to have multiple revenue streams, some ideas as to maybe how you could implement some secondary sources of income for yourself if you don't already have that going on, and some quick stats for you about maybe some objections that you have as to why you can't have a side hustle or a secondary income stream. So first and foremost, I was traditionally one of those people who only had one or two different income streams. I won't say that I was someone who only ever had one income stream. I always had kind of a few side things happening. When I was lawyering, that was, my primary income source, but I also was teaching spin. I would babysit every so often, kind of some things here and there that were just happening, odd jobs and ends that I would pick up as kind of side projects for myself, not only to keep myself busy and in things that I was interested in, but also to generate some additional revenue for myself. Since I've left lawyering, Chris and I at one given time probably have anywhere between 10 and 12 different revenue streams. A lot of you are asking how it is that we can live this life that we're doing, and it's certainly work. It's certainly something that we have to work for, but it's something that has been incredibly freeing and something that I really wasn't aware was available to me when I had that 9 to 5 and was stuck in the mindset that I really needed just one income stream in order to survive. What I've discovered is it's actually quite the opposite. And if you're tying your boat to just one ship, I don't know if that's how the phrase goes, but you know what I mean. If you're tying yourself to just one entity or one company, you're really not risk allocating a lot for if something were to happen to that company, if something were to happen to that economy, and certainly if you're trying to pay off debt or save for something or live a non-traditional lifestyle, having multiple sources of revenue, or what nowadays they call a side hustle, is something that I personally think is super important and something that can really help you, establish that nest egg that you might be looking for. So first and foremost, I would really encourage all of you to go out, if you're interested on this topic, to go out and get the book by Corley. It's called Rich Habits. In there, he's got some statistics that I wanted to drop on you because I think that they're really interesting when you look at uber wealthy individuals and how they make their wealth and continue to sustain their wealth. So in Mr. Corley's book, Rich Habits, he talks about self-made millionaires. Quick moment to drop some stats on you. 65% of self-made millionaires have 3 or more revenue streams. 45% of self-made millionaires have 4 or more revenue streams. And 29% of self-made millionaires have 5 or more revenue streams. Those folks are not relying on just one, they're relying on 5. If that's not a good indication to you that is how the wealthy get rich and stay rich, maybe you should consider reading that book. It's amazing. It's got some great tactical tools. Anyway, so I highly recommend it. Tom Corley, Rich Habits, check it out. So a lot of times people have a few objections as to why their primary source of income is all that they're relying on, all they need to rely on, or all they're going to rely on. I just wanted to give you a little bit of food for thought, tackling some of those objections one by one, because I really encourage you to prospectively take on an additional source of revenue for yourself, for your family, for stability, and just in general for financial health and wellness. The first biggest objection that I think people have to taking on a side hustle or a secondary stream of revenue is, I don't have enough time. Okay, knowledge bomb right here. The average American watches 4 hours of active television every single day. Let that sink in for a second. 4 hours of active television. So that's not television while you're on your phone. That's not television on in the background while you're getting ready for work in the morning. That's not television while you're cooking dinner. That is, I'm sitting in front of the TV actively watching television. Okay, 4 hours a day. If you calculate that over, let's say 30 years, so 4 hours a day by 365 days in the year by 30 years, that that equates to 15 years if we're looking at only 8-hour days. So I'm giving you some time to sleep there, but if you were working 8 hours a day for 15 years, that would be the equivalent time that the average American watches television every single day. Now, the average life expectancy is 69 years of age, or I believe it was just a couple years ago. So I'm giving you some credit. I'm saying maybe only for 30 of those years, you're watching 4 hours of TV every single day. But over the course of 15 years, at 8 hours a day, you could go earn your doctorate. You could certainly pick up 1, if not 2, if not 3, if not 4, if not 5 additional side hustles. You could pick up another full-time job. Like the opportunities are endless for what you could be doing during that time. So if your excuse is, I just don't have time, maybe it's time to reconsider what your priorities are and what you're actually spending your time doing every day. Secondarily, I think a lot of people have the objection that I have a great primary income stream. Why would I need a secondary source of income? We went through an incredible economic downturn in 2007, 2008, 2009. I was just personally coming out of law school in 2012 and was still feeling the effects of that particular economic downturn in the job market. It was hard to get a primary income stream. Now, thank goodness I got one, and it was a great job and something that paid my bills and something that paid my student loans and something that, I didn't have to worry about where I was going to go every day or how I was going to keep a roof over my head. But if for some reason another economic downturn had happened, the likelihood of losing your primary income stream could be pretty high depending on what industry you're in. If you're self-employed, you could take an even bigger hit. So that's really one of the primary reasons why you need to allocate your risk across a number of different income streams, so that if one of them goes south, you have the opportunity then to rely on some of the others, or you're at least comfortable utilizing multiple income streams and earning multiple income streams so that you don't have to rely on just that one. Now, I'm sure what you've all been waiting for. What can you do as a secondary, or what can you do in order to acquire a secondary stream of revenue? So first and foremost, what I looked at when I was lawyering was, okay, do I have the ability to consult in this field? I personally worked for a firm that I was not able to do that. My, employment contract said that I wasn't able to compete. I wasn't able to, work another job that was in direct competition of that job. Totally cool. So for me, lawyering on an hourly basis outside of my regular 9-to-5 wasn't an option. I went out and got a different job. I was already certified to teach spin, so I went and got a job at a studio in the area that I lived, and I taught classes nights and weekends. My lawyer job didn't mind. It was something that was keeping me physically active. It was something that was keeping me less stressed out at work, and it was earning me a little bit of extra income on the side. So if you have a job, you're a professional of some sort, or you have a job where you can go out and consult, that's a great way to look at a secondary revenue stream. If for some reason your primary source of income doesn't allow for you to go out and have a secondary source of income in that particular field, absolutely okay. Lots of other ways that you can earn a revenue otherwise. If you have a skill set or a hobby or something outside of your primary income stream that you really enjoy doing, for example, for me it was fitness, you can always look nights and weekends at going out and coaching or getting certified to teach fitness classes or starting some sort of fit club in your garage. I have a lot of friends who have done that, and they just teach classes right out of their home. Lots of ways that you can earn, even if it's a small amount, a secondary income stream from those opportunities. Now, if you're a person who has a primary income stream, doesn't really have a lot of hobbies outside of that, there are tons of ways online that you can generate secondary, third, fourth, fifth income streams. There again, you have to focus on that. It may not be a lot per income stream, but when you add them all up together, you can generate a ton of income for yourself online. Affiliate marketing is such a great way to do that. If you're new to that term, affiliate marketing is essentially where you become an ambassador or promote products, kind of what the Instagram world uses now as an influencer. You become an influencer for those particular products. Amazon has an amazing affiliate marketing program. So if you're a big Amazon shopper, you can literally just sign up right on Amazon for their affiliate program. And if you recommend a product to somebody and they buy through your link, you get a kickback. Like I said, may not generate a huge amount of income for yourself, but all those little ones matched up together really make a big difference. If you're in the online space and you really like reading and writing or are part of a blog community, you could even consider starting your own blog. Once you get a big enough viewership, you can consider, again, those affiliate partnerships. You can consider advertising. There's so many different ways that you can earn an income just by writing down your thoughts right there online. Kind of in that same space, if you really enjoy reading and writing, but maybe starting your own blog isn't really something that you're interested in, there are tons of opportunities online for you to explore paid writing. So you can get hired by a company. Sometimes you get paid by the word, sometimes you get paid by the article. There are so many online publications nowadays that online writing is an amazing way to generate some side income for yourself. Again, all of these can take some time. They may not be huge income generators initially, but over time and all added up together, they can really, really increase your overall income and wealth. Another amazing way to generate another source of income for yourself is through a direct marketing company. Chris and I are actually in Indianapolis right now at the Beachbody Summit. It's their annual conference, and it was funny, I was having this conversation with someone here because their only job is Beachbody. And I kind of thought to myself, it's funny, a lot of people take on a direct marketing role thinking that that is going to be their side hustle, and sometimes it can become your full-time hustle or your primary source of income, especially if it generates enough revenue for yourself. But there again, tying yourself to just one entity really doesn't allocate your risk in life very well. If something were to happen to that company, not that something ever will, but if something were, you would be left holding a basket that's empty. So really great to diversify and create multiple streams of revenue for yourself. Some other ways that you can do that, going back to online, is paid surveys. I'll go ahead and do a blog post where I attach some links with some paid surveys that you can check out. Those are a little more time consuming, but if you're some of those people who are watching 4 hours of TV a day, maybe it's something you can do in front of your TV at night. A lot of times you can go out and do paid surveys as well. So you can actually go to a location and be part of a focus group. A lot of times they have like shoppers who do paid surveys. Lots of different ways that you can generate a revenue doing paid services for company or paid surveys for companies. Another way that you can generate an additional source of revenue is by becoming a virtual assistant. Chris and I actually have hired a few of these for ourselves. They are amazing. We just send them what we need them to do via email or jump on a video call with them, and they're able to take care of all of our tasks virtually. So if you're really great in Word or Excel, or even if you want to just type up the script for a video like this, you could get paid to do that. Some additional ways to earn some revenue: investing. Chris made me put this one in there because that has become one of his most lucrative and best income source recommendations. If you're not already investing some of your savings, you're losing money on it. So talk to a financial planner, financial advisor, really make sure that you're educating yourself on a great way to invest your money and that you're investing smartly. I also really recommend Tony Robbins' Master the Money Game. If you check out my blog under my favorite reads, I've included it there. Amazing book on, some investment tools and really managing investments for yourself, or at least having a little bit of an understanding of what sort of investments you should be doing, and making it a little less scary than perhaps it would be for those of us who aren't in the finance space, which was me until I married this guy. Now, some other ways that you can generate revenue for yourself are driving for Uber. I don't know if you've ever jumped in an Uber, but it's just somebody who decided that they wanted to earn an income doing something a little bit different. Especially if you live in a big city, Uber is a great way for you to earn a little bit of side income. I don't actually know what the stats are and what an Uber salary is, but I know a lot of people even use that as their primary source of revenue now. Also, with the rise of Uber Eats and apps like DoorDash, and there's a few others out there, you can also pick up things and deliver them to people's houses for a side income. So if you're one of those people who watches 4 hours of TV a day and maybe wants to spend 2 of those hours doing something a little different, just consider what you could earn in 2 hours every single day delivering people or food or products to, someone's home. You may also consider going through your house or your closet, cleaning shop, Marie Kondoing that whole thing, and selling those things on eBay or Poshmark. I know that this may sound silly, but a lot of us have a tendency to acquire a lot of things that we just don't need. For women, I know a lot of times it's clothes and shoes, maybe some guys, maybe it's furniture, maybe you've got a whole garage full of stuff that you could be selling online. If you're a craft person, you could be selling crafts on Etsy or some other online distribution center. There's so many ways that you can take what you already have in your house, repurpose it, and sell it to somebody else. What is that phrase? Someone's trash is someone else's treasure. Totally monetizable online. So Poshmark Etsy is to people who love to sell things they previously owned, as Rover is to animal lovers. This is another great app that you can check out if you're somebody who really doesn't want to sell anything online, really doesn't want to interact with humans, really doesn't want to put any content out into the world. If you're a person who just wants to communicate and interact with animals, Rover is probably for you. There are thousands of apps online where if you just hone in on what it is that you're passionate about, what you like doing, who or what you want to interact with, GTS, Google that shit. You can probably find something to get paid doing in that space. I really hope this was helpful. Check out my blog. I'll have a little bit more information in there, and I would love to connect with you guys. So if you have any questions about how we have implemented multiple revenue streams, or what our different multiple revenue streams are, or if you're interested in direct marketing, specifically Beachbody, I would love to chat more with you guys about that and getting you started on our team. Have a great day.